Welcome back, folks. I'm Kenjamin, and today I'm going to show you 3 dungeons that I discovered. So this first one is Bumblebear Cave, and it's in the Zen area. And to get there, you have to go through the jungle area, and then I think it's the hive area, and then you'll work your way here to the Zen area, and then you'll find the Bumblebear Cave. So the thing about this cave, or this dungeon, is that it's not like your typical shrine or dungeon, essentially. I'll just call it dungeon. It's not your typical dungeon. And so in this one, we're going to fight wave after wave of mobs, and then we'll come to the boss. In the other dungeons, we were actually going through different stages. You had to go through 2 stages of mobs, and then you made it to the boss. But here, we're going through just waves and waves of mobs, and then we'll get to the boss. So I'm actually going to do very little commentary just so you can go ahead and focus on the gameplay. I'll go ahead and be quiet and you can enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Oh, that looks cool. It's a honeycomb brooch or something. It's called the Honey Amulet. That's cool. Alright, so pretty straightforward shrine. Just make sure that you avoid all those shots, especially in the last round or the last phase of the Bumblebear. And here is the shortcut. It takes us to the jungle from the Zen area. So from the shortcut entrance from the Bumblebear Cave, we can actually just go south, and then we'll reach the next dungeon, the Toad Shrine. Here we are. No time to waste, let's jump into it. So I think I picked up a pattern. If it's a cave for the dungeon, then you go through waves of mobs and then you'll reach the boss. But if it's a shrine, you'll just go through 2 different stages of mobs, and then you'll eventually get to the last stage, which is the boss. And every single boss has 3 phases, 4 if you count the capturing. But the first phase, pretty self-explanatory, and then the boss will typically go into frenzy mode after getting to about 66% health, and then the last phase, frenzy mode again, but in I think the 20% HP range. And then once you take down all of the HP of the boss, you'll go ahead and enter the capture phase. So 4 phases altogether nonetheless. I'll go ahead and be quiet and let you enjoy the rest of the gameplay. There are a lot of tiny little mobs around. I highly recommend that you use a monster who can repel shots. I decided not to for some odd reason, and I had such a hard time with this boss fight. I mean, I'm doing pretty okay so far. I beat it, and now we're gonna enter the capture phase. And I just keep disconnecting because I can't repel any of the shots at all. I just keep running into them. If you also didn't know, you can use your lasso before you capture the monster. You can use your lasso to repel some of the shots. And that took a lot longer than I would like to admit, but I think this monster is very worthwhile. Very much worth having on your team. And I think I'll make a video about what monsters are worth having on your team based on your play style. For me, Toad, amazing. And we got the Toad Idol. I like the detail on the eyes. The eyes are just so colorful. Alright, and we'll go ahead, find our shortcut, taking us closer to the base. So remember, the way to get to the Toad Shrine, you want to make sure that you go to Bumblebear Cave, go south, and then once you beat the Toad Shrine, you'll come here to the shortcut that leads you closer to the base. Alright, and I think we're gonna go south of the base for our next shrine, folks. Let's go! Alright, so we made our way south, we explored the whole map, and we found the Crab Shrine all the way at the bottom. I don't know what's over to the very bottom right of the map, but this is as much as I could find so far. Alright, so like I said, shrines are the dungeons that you have to go through 2 stages of mobs, unlike the caves, where you have to go through a lot of waves of mobs. So I'll go ahead and be quiet and let you enjoy the rest of the shrine. Alright, so just a little fun fact before we jump into the boss fight. I used Toad ever since I left base. And so Toad has so much energy and just so much versatility that I just can't not use Toad. I mean, if a monster touches Toad, then the monster gets poisoned, and poison does a lot of damage. It's insane. So for this boss fight, definitely be careful of the frenzy status. You don't just want to use your rapid fire shots and just go crazy, because then you're trying to dodge your shots and the monster's shots. But do your best. Do try your best to try and take out those small little mobs, because they're just going to get in the way. And this fight isn't too bad either, as long as you just pay attention to those giant pink shots that the crab is throwing at you. And also, don't stay in a corner like I did, otherwise you'll just get shot and the crab will just come at you like a sumo wrestler, and then before you know it, you're crushed. So Cragnit here gave me a much easier time than Tattoad. Doesn't mean anything, but I mean, I prefer using Tattoad, but Cragnit might be a worthwhile investment as well. And we got the Crab Idol. Look at those sapphire eyes. Alright, and we'll go ahead and just exit the shrine and you'll see the shortcut location. Just a reminder, you have to beat the dungeon before you can unlock the shortcut. So don't go trying to find the shortcut when you haven't even found the shrine yet. Also, this video is going to go up before the deadline of the giveaway. So if you haven't already entered the giveaway, do so with the link in the description. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know what monster is your favorite so far. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.